On the opportunity now you have to go up 2-0 in the series and how hard you expect Tampa to come in tomorrow?
Yeah, I think they're known to be a good team to bounce back in their next game. So I think if we can come out and play our game and take it to them early and often, I think, being 2 is a big one for sure.
Dan, go ahead.
Justin, this is new territory for you guys because you actually have a lead in the series instead of having to fight back. And honestly, you guys have made an entire playoffs about your comeback ability. I can't imagine much changes in how you play, but does it change in how you prepare, the mindset of what to expect when you have a lead in a series as opposed to understanding, that old backs against the wall mentality?
Yeah, you gotta have the same mindset. Backs against the wall, up, down. Every game's important. You gotta come out with the same mindset that this is the night you need to get it done, or it's tied up, going back to their barn. This game's just as important as any other game we've played throughout the playoffs.
Yeah, for Braden, you were pretty prominent in that scrum there at the end. This is your first playoff go around. Can you just explain a little bit, why you jumped in there, and what are the emotions that are going, through you at that particular moment?
Well, I just jumped in there. I don't want our guys to be outnumbered. I want to make sure that everyone has a man and everyone is battling and each battle is fair. And I think every little battle out there is one that matters. So I think trying to win as many of them as you can, whether it's a scrum in the corner or standing up for one of your teammates, I think everyone is important. So I just went in there with the mindset to win and make sure that my guys are okay.
Okay, here to Ethan.
Justin, what was your impression of Mika, having played against him for a long time, and how did it change being his teammate?
Played against him quite a while now, and you knew he was high skill, responsible defensively. But just how impressive he is picking up bad pucks in the neutral zone, making the right play, just, doing the right things, the little things that, separate the good players from the great players. And right now he's playing great. And, it comes down to those little details, D-zone, neutral zone, making the right plays, and, power plays has been special.
Let's go ahead. Braden, just to follow up on what Colin was asking about, as a rookie, is it important to you to show that you're not going to back down in those situations? Like, is that something you want opponents to be aware of?
It's not something I'm not trying to make a brand for myself as a guy who's tough or whatever, but I don't want to be a person who backs away from a scrum or a battle or backing away from an opportunity to help my teammate. I think I play with a lot of emotion, and everyone out on our team has each other's back. So if I can make sure I know the guy next to me knows I'm there for him, I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Justin, one of the most impressive stats in the NHL right now is the Lightning's record after a loss in the playoffs since 2020, 17-0. What does that stat mean to you, tell you? Does it have an impact on your team right now?
It's an impressive stat. That's what you need to do to have good runs in the playoffs, is not multiple losses. And they've done that, for a long time now. But I think for our team is knowing that stat and knowing that they're going to come out ready to go, and knowing that we have to bring our A game up to their level after those losses, that they're going to be ready to go, and we have to match that.
Braden, we've talked a lot about the kid line during the playoffs, but the kind of larger group of younger players on this team, you, Keandre, and so on, how close are all of you, and do you think at all bigger picture during this playoff run about just kind of what the future looks like here?
I think we all get along super well. We can all laugh and joke and be around each other. We enjoy coming to the rink and seeing everyone. And we haven't talked about that too much. I think we're really focused on making sure that this is the time and the moment we're in, and we want to do well right now. So I haven't had too many conversations about what's to come, but it's exciting, no doubt.
Go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah, Justin, from your time in the NHL before coming to the Rangers, what What was your perception of the reputation of both Turk and Coop, and how has that come close to reality now, coming here? And just in a general sense, these two coaches, what is their reputation around the league?
Well, yeah, I knew obviously Turk from his Vegas days mostly. He was fiery. He got into some battles with Pete. But yeah, he kind of fits that bill. He gets fiery. He expects a lot from his guys, and that's what you want from your coach, to push you, to have your back too, which he's there for us. But yeah, he pushes the right buttons on guys.
Bruce, go ahead.
Braden, I think you're only 20, right?
Yeah.
So I know there's a lot of pressure out there and stuff, but is there a pure joy for what you're going through? And can you share with us what this run has been like thus far?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a dream that every kid playing hockey, or especially kid playing hockey from Canada, has, is competing for the Stanley Cup. So I've had nothing but fun, and Braun, having him here and making things a lot more enjoyable out there for me, and I feel like I'm soaking up and learning a lot each game. So it's been a ton of fun seeing what our team and what we've been able to go through so far, and I just hope we can keep it going.
We'll get one more from Vince.
Justin, is always awkward when he's sitting right next to you, but if you could tell us anything that you've observed about Braden, and then maybe how he's gained comfort from round to round, and then maybe any ways that you've tried to help him or advice that you've tried to impart on him.
Yeah, he's from, the first game, he's looked great in playoffs. You have your ups and downs, you have tough shifts, but, with him, he doesn't seem to let that bother him. If something doesn't go right, he's right out there playing great the next shift, working hard, winning battles. And, like you say, he's 20. It's tough to, be a part of this, but all these young guys have handled it so well. It's, amazing how mature these guys are now. That's the biggest thing I think with these young guys now, is they come in, they understand what it takes to stay at this level and to succeed at this level. Like just little pointers on the bench, just reminders. These guys all know how to play hockey. That's why they're in the NHL. So, it's just little details like, some guys like to, hang in the D zone a little bit longer. Just make sure you leave after them, that they're not going to get a chance behind you, stuff like that. But other than that, these guys, are very mature and they get it.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you. Guys.